messing around with, just to kind of key you into the process. At some point along the line, that kind of made it past the internal censors of what is sort of good and bad, and hopefully you kind of lose track. You know, you're not ever quite sure what's good and what's bad. You know what I mean? Well, it's very kind of you, but I'd like to perform for you a song that at the point of its writing, it was very clear, my sort of foggy internal censors, that it was a terrible, terrible song. This, ladies and gentlemen of Holyoke, you forest-dwelling people, is the very worst song I ever wrote in my entire life. The very worst. And I've written some bad ones. So this sort of takes the cake, doesn't it? And now that it's got kind of a swing jazz beat, courtesy of my fellow Decemberists,
no problem,
it makes it even worse. We have now metaphorically taken a few steps down on the levels of hell. Ooh, and that drum just pulled us down one level farther. Into the jaws of Beelzebub, and here we hear some slap bass, which even brought us far. Oh my God, some jazz chords in the piano. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going where Dante fears to tread. Farther and farther into the bowels of the inferno. Thanks for the red light, that's good. Anyway, now a little caveat, this song was written at one point. We sort of assumed that maybe it would go out into the world and sort of touch people, you know, and make your lives different. And it sort of succeeded in that way, but maybe not the way it was intended. It will make your lives different. It will make your lives the worst. Your life will be worse after having heard the song. So I will, anybody who'd like to leave with your current quality of life intact, you should leave now, because you're about to lose a bit. It goes, Dracula's daughter, Dracula's daughter, Dracula's daughter got it bad. And it gets worse. It goes down to the middle. Here it goes. You think you got it bad. Try having Dracula for your dad. See how that looks on you. And ladies and gentlemen, that's where I stopped in shame. The shame sort of pouring, sort of had this sort of epiphany, a Joycean epiphany, where I'm like kind of an Araby, where I understood my own vanities, and my head fell onto my notepad. Whoa. And the quill pen that I write all my songs with, a little feather quill, fell from my fingers and did sort of lazy arcs down to the This is dangerous. And ladies and gentlemen, my glass of Pernod that I drink as I write every evening, spilled, soaking the desk, and the candles snuffed out. And there was a great darkness. We could have a little bit of a great darkness, please, on stage. And there was a great darkness. Great darkness descended upon the land, ladies and gentlemen. Maybe just a little light on me. Thank you. And a great darkness, except for a light that was shone on me, enveloped the land, and that light came with the spotlight from God in heaven as He wept. He wept a single tear, ladies and gentlemen. That tear fell from the heavens to the earth below and splashed sort of just in the area of Holyoke, Massachusetts, and created a great reservoir. A great reservoir. And it was decided that it was a good reservoir. And that maybe they should build a golf course next to it. And they built a golf course next to this reservoir. And then some people thought, let's build a venue next to the golf course, next to the reservoir. And they did that. And even though it wasn't quite done, they went ahead and opened it anyway. And they got all the people. They got all the people out.